All right. Hey everybody, BDF 44 coming at you another video, yet another update on my situation. So there was one more thing that needed to be done in regards to my GR paperwork. There was one more thing. And I was panicking to a degree because Tanya, my psychiatrist, told me that I needed to send one more paper that it had to be wet signed, like actually signed. So I'm like, oh hell, that means I'm gonna have to leave this place and find a way to print everything out and do all kinds of stuff. But no, these folks over here at the Studio Lodge Hotels were a lifesaver. They gave me no trouble at all printing out my paperwork. It was a real 1, 2, 3 step. I was able to get to all that taken care of right away. Sent her the email. She gave me the paperwork. She printed it out. I signed it, and then I was able to scan it from Microsoft Office and then send it to Tanya via my phone. So that was not a very difficult step, and I thought it would be a very difficult step, but no, God worked that out too. Tanya now has the signed paperwork necessary, both the one that I could do digitally and everything that needed to be signed here. So that lady down there is so great, man. Everybody at the Studio Lodge Hotel out here has been good to me. Let me tell y'all, man, they've made my life a lot easier just by saying yes to certain things that they really didn't have to say yes to, man. So I want to encourage anybody. Of course, this is a place for those who are going through difficult times, but if you know of someone who's going through difficult times, this is a good place. They got good people here for real, and good energy in the building too. Good energy in the room I'm in. It's not a place I would tell you to come for any other reason, because if you know, it's not a regular hotel. But if you're going through hard times, they've made life easier on me, man. So that's what I can say about these folks. They really have. That was big, because if they would have said no, I would have had to find somewhere to print that out. But they used their printer, made me feel easy about it too. So whew, all that I got going on, I needed that, man. I needed that very much. So shout out to the S Lodge, man. They really solid over here. But yeah, that's pretty much that, man. Hopefully this will now signature me being able to get my GR. There's nothing else to do. I was a little frustrated at the fact that I had to wet sign it, but once I realized that that was technology I could use here, the scanner in my phone works just fine. I never scanned any documents on my phone, never needed to, but now I know it can be done without any trouble at all with Office 360. So yeah, download Office 360 for all of y'all like me who don't know what the hell's going on with documents and stuff like that. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to leave your home or nothing like that. If you have a printer, it makes it even easier for you. So I'm sure I'm the last person to figure that out, but just in case there's anybody else like me, that's how it gets done, man. So yeah, this is just me feeling relieved about that particular step, because I really need my GR, man. Bad. Not only for the money, but to get in the program that's going to allow me to stay in the house I'm in tomorrow. You know, the place that I'm going to be going to at 2 o'clock tomorrow. They need me to be connected to something, and that GR is the next step to me finally being able to at least have some income to maybe get myself involved in some things that will allow me to finally have my own apartment once again, and then to be able to pay for it from there. So I hope this means smooth sailing from here. I think that was the last of the most, stressful steps, I guess you can say, is getting my GR paperwork in order to Miss Tanya, my psychiatrist, who's been very patient with me as well, even though I've been a little frustrated with the circumstances, not with her attitude toward me. No, she's been great. And I was almost about to snap at her about that, like, you want me to really wet sign that? But that's just not the energy I need to be giving to nobody, because of the circumstances that are outside of their control. If that's what's required, that we wet sign it, then damn it, it has to be wet signed. So I'm just thankful that the Lord has allowed me to see clearly within the frustration and the stresses of my natural reactions. It's the same thing I was saying in regards to Karen. My natural reaction and the stuff that I be thinking when I'm frustrated ain't got nothing to do at all with the reality of circumstances. And I'm just very fortunate the Lord has helped me win these battles, like literally win these battles, y'all, where I be ready to snap just out of sheer frustration and not realizing how easy things actually can be. Because when she said wet sign it, the first thing that came to my mind was, I got to go get this stuff printed, and then I got to get on a train and then go down to see her and all this stuff. It's like, no, bro, no. It's 2023. Download a couple apps. Go talk to the nice people down the hall. They got all the stuff here. There's an office down there, and they will be happy to do that for you, because you have put out the right energy. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to see you suffer. Just do what you can, be nice, and let your manners carry you to the blessings that the Lord wants you to have. And that's what I want to encourage people to do. My mother always told me, your manners will get you places your money cannot. Your manners, the energy that you put out, saying hi and bye, smiling at people, letting them know that you care, that they are doing a great job, that you appreciate what they do, and people will respond well to that energy, and you'll feel better about yourself in the mirror. And God will be nice to you too if you believe in him, because he'll make it so that stuff like this doesn't have to be as hard as you tell yourself it is. And I'm an old school guy. I'm almost 40 years old. I remember when things were harder, and sometimes having not dealt with certain things, you still think it's as hard as it used to be, and it's just not. You don't have to go to nobody to get a scanner. The scanner's right there in your phone. So for me, I don't really explore certain things like that unless I have to. I don't do a lot of business on my phone. It's a real pleasure to see where we are in that regard, so on and so forth. So y'all know I'm not the most tech savvy dude in the world. If I was, I'd probably be doing better in a lot of different things I got going on. But this is the beginning of me learning. This is the beginning of me understanding certain things. And so I'm happy that it worked out, and hopefully she was able to receive the signed paperwork, because there shouldn't be no reason it wasn't there. I checked to see the sent emails. They're all signed, so it shouldn't be nothing in the way of me getting my GR now. Not at least from her end. There may be one more paper that I need to sign in terms of the documents that are going to DPSS. So that's one more thing I want to check, because there was 3 documents, not 2 for that. But I feel a lot better, man. I'm telling y'all, this has been a really blessed day. I said a lot of prayers, y'all. A lot of prayers after I made that red video, because red was not the easiest moment in my life. And that's why I felt it was important to label that therapy session, because I was really, really, really stressed out in that moment. But everything that's happened since then has been kind of smooth sailing. I still got a lot of energy about me that's not great, but them prayers are carrying me. And my friends helping me, talk to Karen this morning, it's that kind of thing. So I'm much better when that happens. And it's just a lot of stuff that's kind of falling into place to help me understand that this is going to be a much more productive week than the last 2 weeks, and it's all working out in God's timing. So when I speak of the Lord, it ain't just about what's coming out of my mouth. You got to see what he's doing. You got to see what he's doing, because that's really what it's about. I can talk a good game about God, but it's about what he does in my life that really is the proof that I want y'all to see. That's why I do so many therapy sessions and so many updates, because I want y'all to see that even when I'm doubting, even when I'm worried, me applying my faith and then doing what I know I'm supposed to do on the inside does turn into favor. A lot of times we miss them steps. We do what we're supposed to do, but we don't have the faith. Or we apply the faith, but we do all kinds of evil. It doesn't work out that way. You got to align. And then when you do that, you will see certain things fall into your favor, even though it doesn't look like it's going to line up that way. He'll make it so that you're checking your phone at the right time. He'll make it so that you'll find what you need, even though you're frustrated. And the enemy will have you trying to ruin that by having you lash out. I would have lashed out at Miss Vivas, that's Tanya, about something that had nothing to do with it. She's doing the best she can. Her hands are tied, and it was the grace of God that allowed me not to lash in my own frustration. Why it had to be wet sign? Can't I just, no, you can't. Obviously she wouldn't tell you to wet sign it if it didn't. You know what I mean? So that's the spirit that I'm thankful that the Lord has given me, because my natural brain, my understanding would have ruined a lot of these things that I've got going on in my life that I really don't think it's not necessary to ruin with just sheer frustration and ignorance. But that prayer, they'll help me reel it in, receive what there's need to be received, take the steps necessary, and ultimately overcome the devil that wants me to ruin my circumstance. And I'm telling you, I won another battle. I simply won another battle. Because that wet signing thing, I was going to be angry about that. And it was never necessary. And I'm just thankful that the Lord made it so that I didn't lose that battle. So that's what I'm here to say, man. We're gonna take whatever steps necessary. I tell you the truth. I don't want to live in a room with anyone else. I don't. Not even for 5 minutes. It's not something I'm comfortable with. I have anxiety. So the last thing I really want is to share a room with anyone. But the faith that I'm applying to the fact that all of this is working out helps me understand that I can take that step into the red, because that's what that would be for me. Or even better, because he knows what I need, he may not even make it so that will be the case. But I gotta be willing to let him put out them fires that the devil wants to put in my head, work out the steps necessary, allow myself to feel whatever I need to feel, continue to do the things he wants me to do, however it goes, and watch him work out the process. Because at the end of the day, I believe in destiny, and I have a certain path or a destiny or plan attached to my life. And if I fail in all these little battles, I'm going to be derailed from that destiny. And I refuse to allow that to happen without a tremendous amount of fighting on my end. And I'm finding that it never does happen if I do fight that battle from within spiritually. So meditation is key, prayer is key, waking up in the morning, giving God the glory, giving him the understanding that you're open to what he wants you to do. You welcome the struggles that come with your life to make you relatable to others or whatever it is he wants you to be. And you take whatever on the chin that you ultimately need to take on the chin, because you know the devil's going to be swinging. But at the end of the day, if you have the Lord with you, he's going to give you the defense that you necessarily need until it's the end. And while everybody else, and I say this with a lot of love in my heart, while everybody else is going to mourn your exit from this earth, you are going to leave like a thief in the night, and you're going to find yourself on the right side of an eternity that's beautiful. Your passing is not something you need to worry about. It's your life that you need to win these little battles in, and let him carry you to the end. Because we see people lose their lives in various different things, and it's horrible, horrible. But the reality is they went to sleep and they woke up on the other side. And when they got there, if they did what they were supposed to do here, it was all right. That's what I believe. I ain't got no proof of that. But judging by how I apply my faith to the Lord, and that's what he basically has me believing, I really believe that. You're going to wake up on the other side. You're going to see a bunch of people that you love. You're going to see a bunch of things that you didn't know were possible. And maybe you have the freedom to even come back and forth here and there and whatever. Who knows what he's going to allow you to do once we complete our lives. But we got to complete our lives, and we got to win these battles, man. Win these battles. Don't do what evil wants you to do, because it ain't attached to the favor. You may get a lot of money, but it ain't going to be blessed money. You may get a lot of attention, but it ain't going to be blessed attention. You may be able to handle your candle, so to speak, right now with all the stuff you want to do right now, but at the end of the day, you're going to be ending up on the other side, and it ain't going to be nothing but a pitchfork and some hotness next to you, and you ain't going to want to deal with that. You're going to want to see your loved ones. You're going to want to see that paradise, and it ain't going to be there. It's just going to be a sad devil ready to give you your eternity, man, and it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. That's not what you want at the end of your days. No. So let's win these battles. I'm trying to not send people toward religion, but just toward the understanding that favor comes no matter what religion or no religion. And the blessings that you will bestow upon others by allowing them to just do what needs to be done. I know blessings are going to come their way because of how they help me. They're going to be having great days, hopefully, because of what they were allowing me to do. The grace that they showed me, I want grace to come their way tenfold. Because I needed it, and they provided it, and it was the Lord from which it came from. All good things come from a source. Whether you call him Allah, whether you call him Jesus, I don't know the truth is in his name, but I know the truth in how he handles me when I'm going through the most difficult times, and we're seeing it in real time on my channel. Right now, you're seeing the favor. And maybe you can convince yourself that this ain't that. This is just a coincidence. But if you watch 500 plus episodes of my story and these things that I've been doing all this time, you're going to see his favor. You're going to see me doubt. You're going to see me struggle. You're going to see me apply faith. You're going to see him give me favor. You're going to hear me tell you about favor he gave me before I started the channel. He's been doing this my whole life. And it's still going to be times where I'm going to doubt, because it's a natural inclination. But the more and more of these situations that pile up where he helps me out, the more I understand that I can continue to apply that faith and win these battles. And if you win enough of these battles, you're going to gain his favor, and you're going to wake up on the other side with a lot of loved ones ready to keep you going. And maybe even the power to watch over some of your loved ones too, which is something we all want to do, whether we got good hearts or not. You want what you love to be watched over by you when you're above. And we don't all get that favor if we're going to be dwelling in the worst of places. So let that be something you consider, man. Even the worst of us got kids we love, got mamas and daddies we love, people that we gonna leave behind when we get up out of here. And if anything that I'm saying is true, you will be able to guard over them and help them through. So that's what I want to be able to do. If I'm out of here, I want to be able to watch over all my loved ones. Make sure they straight. Make sure I guide them however way, just like my ancestors and my loved ones and the people who love me are watching over me right now. So that's what I dream of in regards to my afterlife. But you know, at the same time, it's not about that. It's about living. When we're breathing life into the circumstances that we're in, we're breathing life into ourselves, into the things that we're dreaming about on earth, because that's our responsibility, not more so thinking about tomorrow, the afterlife or whatever, but what we got to do right now while we're alive. So I'm gonna go decompress a little bit, maybe try to do some more praying, some more addressing different things that may need to be addressed if it comes my way. But I look forward to getting stronger from here, man. Stronger. So that's what it's about. I hope people understand that this is strength that I'm trying to display. This ain't weakness. Me being transparent with y'all, this is gonna help some people. This ain't me showing y'all, oh, I'm so weak. Yeah, none of that. None of that. If you don't see the strength in this, then you're looking at it wrong. The Lord has given me strength in the presence of these struggles, and the weakness that I display in this is not what it seems. This is me proving to you that God is real. Whether you believe in him or not, you're going to see him work through my life. You're going to see him go through whatever it is I go through with me. And we're going to get through this together and be triumphant on the end. My name is BDF 44. I thank you all for watching. I'm out.